Everyone now lives in fear and stress and anxiety. Everybody hates each other. I don't want my fucking kids to grow up that way, and I don't want their kids to grow up that way. And we're it. If we don't get together as a group and go, fuck this, fuck you, make me, no one else is going to. I consider that an honor and a privilege. That's the best fight there's ever going to be. I was willing to go risk my entire life, everything, my life, limb, my health. I lost a lot of my health. A lot of my friends lost their lives, for nothing, for nonsense. You have an opportunity to fight a real fight for something that really fucking matters. Sign me the fuck up for that one. If you think I'm going to do that, but not this.
If big business and big government have an idea to fill their pockets at everyone else's expense without anyone understanding what they're up to, they have to give it a complicated new name. That name is quantitative easing. You asleep yet? Well, if you are, here's something that will wake you up. This idea will debase your earnings, it raise the price of everything you buy, and transfer tens of billions of dollars of wealth to the richest people in the country at the expense of everyone else. Now, they told us that the reason they were doing it was just to unjam the seized up credit and capital markets that were all locked up along with the rest of the economy during the early stages of the COVID crisis. And that made sense. We couldn't very well have our markets seize in the middle of a pandemic or at any other time. But happily, markets returned to normal. Stock markets, bond markets, real estate markets all actually started to hit record highs soon after this began. So with markets being normal, presumably the Bank of Canada could go back to normal, right? Wrong. In fact, this is where it gets very strange. The bank just kept on buying and buying until it had bought $400 billion worth of mostly government bonds and treasuries, flooding markets with all kinds of new and easy money. $400 billion is almost equal to the GDP that the economy produced in the time period when all of this money was flooding out. And the result? Well, those people who had financial assets saw those assets explode in value. In fact, the wealthiest 15 billionaires in Canada saw their net worth rise by 32% between April and October, even while the economy was cratering. Not only that, these transactions provided a huge opportunity for financial institutions to profit by outsmarting a very dumb transaction by the bank. The bank was effectively selling low and buying back high. Now imagine if you sold something for $100 at the beginning of the week and bought it back for $105 at the end of the week, well, you'd lose $5, and then the person on the other end of the transaction would make that $5. Well, that's what happened here, but only it was $400 in dollars of transactions that went back and forth. And as a result, they made more, and our bank, which you and I all own, lost that money on our behalf. Now, if these people are making all of this money without producing any additional product or service to justify it, then they must be leaving us all worse off. I mean, if the pie isn't getting any bigger and the Bank of Canada is giving a larger share of it to a smaller and smaller group of people, then everyone else is left with a smaller slice. So who are those people that are getting the smaller slice and losing out in these complex transactions? Well, I asked the governor of the Bank of Canada that question. Here's our exchange.
That creates more demand, which pushes up the price and lowers the yield. And that is how we're delivering monetary policy.
Notice how he didn't answer my question. The question was, who's paying for all of this profiteering?
Because it isn't a game. These people are at war. I mean, dude, they're so scared of me. They're deploying people to technically sabotage and interfere with my equipment so I can't do this for you. That happened twice now. I'm banned permanently from Twitter. I'm banned from Facebook. I'm banned from everything. You know, they're banned from DLive. Why is that? Am I doing anything illegal? If I was, why aren't I in jail? What's going on? It's not a game. It's a war. We're in a war, and a lot of our people don't understand that. They're working very, very hard to make sure we don't fucking gain any ground at all. We stay silent. We stay shut up. None of these people make any progress. They don't grow the audiences. They don't get anything going. You can't have that. Because, like I said, you're the last generation. And I saw somebody say in the chat, I'm 63. I'll help. Fucking hey. Hell yeah. I don't care if you're 95, 94. You know? If you want to help, help. But, like, we're it. We're the youngest. It only gets older, and we only die off from here. Because all the people born into this nightmare think it's normal. They think walking around all day, looking at these, addicted to nonsense, is normal. They're going to, the younger ones, some of my younger kids, they're going to think that staying home and staying safe is normal. You have to stay indoors because of the scary virus people. Getting arrested and tickets for sitting on a park bench is normal. Being outside and getting arrested is normal because you can't go outside at nighttime. Not getting all the vaccines is abnormal. That's crazy. Who would do that? You have to get them all. We're the last people in the world that may ever exist in the end of humanity that remember what it was like when your friends just came over to your house. Just came in. 5 or 6 of them would just blow in out of a truck with a bunch of beer. And you'd go do whatever. You'd go drink. You'd go hunting, camping. You could go on road trips. When you wanted to talk to somebody, you picked up a phone and you remembered their whole phone number. You had memorized it. And you would call and they'd answer or they wouldn't. You didn't have to check a phone every 5 seconds for not, you know, your standard of living. There wasn't terrorist attacks all the time. It was great. It was so much different than this. So much different than this. There were kids, hey, if you wanted to just walk downtown with a .22 rifle over your shoulder to go shoot rabbits somewhere, the cops would wave at you and say, have a good one, good luck, hope you get some. And they'd wave back. That was normal. What happened? We've lost everything. And if we don't take it back, it stays gone forever. All of that is gone. And it will never come back. At least not for a long time. So, holy shit. You know what I mean? It's your job. It's your duty, whether you like it or not. You have children, you have family. If anybody you care about in this world, do you care at all about the people? If they're not your family, not your kids, just for the sake of they deserve a shot. They deserve that life that we had to grow up and not be living in fucking fear. Everyone now lives in fear and stress and anxiety. Everybody hates each other. I don't want my fucking kids to grow up that way, and I don't want their kids to grow up that way. And we're it. If we don't get together as a group and go, fuck this, fuck you, make me, no one else is going to. I consider that an honor and a privilege. That's the best fight there's ever going to be. I was willing to go risk my entire life, everything, my life, limb, my health. I lost a lot of my health. A lot of my friends lost their lives, you know, for nothing, for nonsense. To have an opportunity to fight a real fight for something that really fucking matters, sign me the fuck up for that one. You know, if you think I'm going to do that, but not this, yeah.
About 10,000 people died, and nearly all were in the 3 West African countries.
Good morning. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, it's not allowed to stay on the beach. The military police requires the population to respect the government determination. Follow the law, do your part, help prevent and control the pandemic. Please go back to your houses.
Tomorrow, Monday, the last day for the summer sizzling sidewalks, only at Newmarket North Mall.
should be looking at the World Wide Web by now.
Well, does the World Wide Web look like two old coots with nose hair?
I hope not.
Then all I'm seeing is our reflection in the monitor.
Did you try clicking on the mouse?
We have mice?
No, the computer mouse.
Well, no wonder this is such a cheesy computer.
Well, would you please just try to pay attention?
Well, if you'd say something
Hey
worth
guys,
hearing-
what are you doing? What does it look like?
Yeah, we're surfing the World Wide Web.
Well, it might help if you turn the computer on.
Turn the computer on?
And we're it. If we don't get together as a group and go, fuck this, fuck you, make me, no one else is going to. I consider that an honor and a privilege. That's the best fight there's ever going to be.